Tonight, new year, new massive storm drenching the west and heading east. Flash flooding across Northern California. Heavy rains swell rivers and threaten levees. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti reports on the deadly storm. Plus, we'll tell you where the severe weather is headed next. Holiday travel chaos. The headaches for travelers continue as more than 5,000 flights are delayed. Also today, the FAA slowing arrivals and departures to the entire state of Florida after an issue with air traffic control. Ukraine strikes back at Russia. What could be one of the deadliest days for Russian forces since the war began. Idaho murder investigation. The new details on how authorities tracked down the suspected killer of those 4 college students. Actor Jeremy Renner seriously injured. The Avengers star airlifted after a snowplowing accident. Tonight, an update on his condition. And remembering Barbara Walters. Tributes continue for the pioneering TV journalist who opened the door for generations of young women.
This is the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell, reporting from the nation's capital.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm James Brown, in for Norah. Tonight, as we begin the broadcast on this first Monday of the new year, thousands of airline passengers are facing more delays after an air traffic control computer glitch. We're going to have an update on that in just a moment. Plus, new details about the man accused of attacking 3 New York City police officers near Times Square on New Year's Eve, charged today with attempted murder. Authorities are investigating if the suspect was motivated by Islamic extremism. But first, the new year has brought record rainfall, deadly flooding, and high winds to Northern California. A weather event known as an atmospheric river had dumped nearly half a foot of rain in some areas, forcing evacuations in low-lying communities. The system is now moving east, stretching from the Rockies to the Great Lakes and to the south, bringing tornado threats to half a dozen states. We'll have the forecast in just a moment, but we go first to CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti near Sacramento, California. Good evening, Jonathan. Actor Jeremy Renner suffers serious injuries in an accident near his Nevada home. That story next. Tonight, actor Jeremy Renner is in critical but stable condition following a freak snowplow accident. What Prince Harry is telling 60 Minutes about the public royal split. That's next.
If you can't watch the CBS Evening News, you can listen. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Prince Harry's highly anticipated memoir, Spare, will hit bookstores next week. In his first U.S. interview ahead of its release, Harry sat down with 60 Minutes' Anderson Cooper to explain why the royal family feud has become so public. And you can see the full interview this Sunday night on 60 Minutes right here on CBS. An Indiana basketball player's gift from the heart. That's next.
This portion of the CBS Evening News is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
And finally tonight, you know, big-time college athletes can play in front of tens of thousands of diehard fans. But for Indiana University's Anthony Leal, he found his biggest fan at home. Here's CBS's Jerika Duncan. And that's tonight's CBS Evening News. For Norah O'Donnell, I'm James Brown. Good night.
About the tri-state area.
We have it all. Food, culture, business, the most unique people on the planet.
Diverse neighborhoods
have diverse needs.
What happens here is just as vital as what happens here. That's why we live in the communities we serve.
Reporting for the communities we serve.
So when big things happen,
you get the answers you need now.
We know this because we live here too.